Welcome back to the Sidvit Show. I'm your host Siddharth, and I'm here with my co-host Shubham. We are back with our weekend prediction results. And here we go. The first match of this weekend was Manchester United versus Everton. It was a powerful game where Manchester United thrashed Everton by 2 goals to nil. What was your take, Shubham? What was your take on this match?
Great start to the weekend on the Saturday
Yeah,
evening. And like as we predicted, we both got it right. And United like played them out of the park. They were so dominant and throughout the match. And like Bruno was like the midfield engine of United, and
yeah,
he controlled
mm,
everything on the field. And he made like United made Everton hopeless. Literally, if you could see that match, they had no
yeah,
hope of creating anything. Even that even after getting 2-0 down, they took out both their midfielders, Idrissa Gueye
yeah,
and the other CDM, and he brought on two attacking midfielders. Still, they couldn't like get away with
mm,
anything. And they also gave a bonus goal to our famous Frenchman, Anthony Martial, who spent more time on the hospital bed than on the team. But good
yeah.
reason for him.
Yeah, even the goal by Scott McTominay, it seems like he has taken his from the international weekend to the Premier League, and he was fabulous in the game. Even you said correctly said that Anthony Martial, after so long, we forgot that there was any Anthony Martial in Manchester United also. So it was a very powerful comeback from Manchester United, and it seemed like they were playing to win this game. So we move on to our next game. That was Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. What a match! What a match! Ollie Watkins is on his high run. He is playing football of his life. He
Yeah.
is superstar, like scoring in every game, in and out. So it was a very good game. What was your take?
Yeah, I think like Aston Villa are continuing their good form, good reign
Yeah,
of form, and Oli Watkins is like the new hero. And I think it's the first time Oli Watkins is like getting a chance to play under a really good tactical manager, because before that it was Aston's manager who it was like
Gerard,
Steven Gerrard. He was good man. He
Steven
was
Gerrard.
like he was not bad, but he was not that experienced as related to Unai Emery.
Yeah,
And
he is
before
still.
that, it was Dean Smith and John Terry
Yeah,
who was the assistant. So
yeah.
like he has provided a proper structure to the team. Unai Emery,
Mm.
proper ball playing, pressing structure, and the whole team is like getting out of it, and they are getting the benefits. And like Aston are going good. Yeah, they're
Yeah, Unai Emery is improving the team bit by bit, putting up every puzzles, every piece on the puzzles tray, and making this team work. They are in the European champions of sport. They could play. They could even qualify for the Europa League. It was a very interesting match. I got the prediction correct. You got the correct prediction
result.
that Aston Villa would win, but your prediction was not correct. Your score line was not correct.
Yeah, yeah,
But still. Let's move on to the next match. That was Brentford versus Newcastle.
yeah,
Both the team were fantastic, man. It was
yeah.
a fabulous match to watch. Both the team going on to one another like a basketball match, running from one side to the other, chasing, making the other team chase. Even the Brentford striker Ivan Toney was great. His performance, he has been improving day by day. He has a lot. He's playing the season like it's a piece of cake for him
No,
now.
he is like, yeah, I understand like what you're trying to say. Like he is playing like one of those traditional number nines that used to play in the
Yeah,
Premier League. He
yeah,
is like that one. Yeah, like you can say Drogba, shades of Ruud van Nistelrooy, and shades of like other
proper
great,
number nine,
yeah, proper
proper
number.
number nine, proper
Just
style.
if you could add like some goals from outside
Yeah,
the box, that will like complete his game as a striker.
yeah,
And
completely a whole strike. He would be a whole striker then.
but Brentford
The
were unlucky to like lose the match. Like
Yeah,
they could have,
they they got the early advantage of scoring the first goal,
yeah.
but they somehow lost their lead
But
against
but
that high
but they
flying.
got a chance to get back. They got a
Yeah,
penalty, but Ivan
yeah,
Toney
they
missed
got.
it. Yeah,
Haven't done
Nick
missed.
Pope was brilliant in saving that.
And that. On that note, we also remember that there was another penalty miss in the EPL, if you
Yeah,
remember.
we'll come into that.
We'll come to that in the
Later.
in upcoming.
Yeah,
So this game was very interesting. I got the prediction right
again,
accurately again,
accurate.
three in a row.
Bullseye.
Bullseye. Your prediction was a little off. You foretold that though both the team would score 2-2, but
Even Tony let
somehow,
me down.
yeah, even Tony let you down. He predicted like.
Yeah,
Let's move on to the next match of the weekend. That was Fulham versus West Ham United. Both the team, West Ham won the match, that too by the own goal. But Owen strike was very crucial for this goal. But somehow there was no interest in the match. Like
yeah, they won.
you didn't want to see this match.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The West Ham of the last year, which used to play a fabulous, fantastic, and seamless football, it was not there in this West Ham team.
yeah,
Whereas Fulham was missing their attackers. They are missing their main front man.
yeah, yeah.
This was very dull match. What's your
Dull
take?
match. Yeah. Yeah, imagine if the match was like with Mitrovic and with Willian and with Marco Silva like on the touchline
Yeah,
with West Ham's previous season form. It would be a
yeah.
match to watch for. Like
Match to
would
watch.
have
Yes,
been
yes, yes. Good.
so interesting, but unfortunately this time it's working out like this. But you got your prediction right again.
It's a four in a row.
So many right. I got in my mind.
Uh, let's move on to the next match. That's sad to say was Chelsea versus Wolf
Yeah.
at Wolf Stadium. You predicted it would be a draw. I predicted for Chelsea to win. I thought that changing the manager, bringing out back the legendary Frank Lampard would change something, made
Mm.
Chelsea form increase. But if you saw the match, it was such a disappointed seeing Chelsea. There was no connect between the midfield to the front. There was no pass. Even if they got some passes to the the forwards, they weren't able to finish them.
Yeah, it was. I saw the
Frank,
match. It was so many times were happening the same thing. The midfield was supplying. Howard was like, "Give me the ball, give me the ball." And he lost the ball to the defenders again. And
yeah,
he sometimes went on to
same,
dribble outside the pitch.
yeah.
So many times, Jao Willig is shooting outside beside the bar. So many times the midfield was supplying.
It
The defense was not
was
very good,
it,
but midfield was
it's
supplying. But every time they were like going on alone. I'll attack. Don't worry. I'll win the match for Frankie. But it
Frank
didn't
Lampard.
happen.
Frank Lampard went onto his bench asking Aubameyang to come on the pitch.
Yeah, that
And
was a master.
even
That didn't work.
even Aubameyang could not save Chelsea. It seems like all these players he wanted to play haven't played for such a long time that they have lost their touch of
Yeah,
football.
they have lost their chemistry. I think they lost their
Yeah,
like mentality.
being playing
Yes.
against a opponent is different than playing again in a training field.
Yeah, yeah,
Seems like the pressure that was put onto a Chelsea team that was not performing was tremendous. They lost to Wolves. They are 12th on the table. What worse could
even
it be?
though even though you are getting so many results, right? But the good thing is my team won at least. Even though I lost, I won.
It's really hard to be a Chelsea fan currently. After spending, I'll again go on a rant. After spending so much in the transfer window,
Yeah.
that Kohli could not spend a single penny and decide to bring a
There was
proper
a
coach.
report. There was a report like that.
Um,
So many Chelsea fans have blood pressures have gone up since the start of the season.
Yeah, even there is a there is a conspiracy that he went on to Gordon for for an advice, and Gordon, the famous night speaker, he said that you should hire the Lampard, and there is a conspiracy theory that he is a West Ham fan
West
and he
Ham.
wanted Chelsea's Chelsea's hope of qualifying for Champions League or even winning a Champions League doomed. So he appointed Lampard. Hope so. This is a conspiracy only.
You never know.
You never know. Let's move on to the next match. Next match was a Tottenham Hotspur versus Brighton. It was a very interesting match. Brighton, Brighton was robbed of their winning
So bad.
chances. There were many instances like there could have been easily a penalty, but they were not given. And the critical and the striker we used to know, the Harry Kane, came in onto the pitch to last match. It was a very fantastic match. What was
This
your take?
was like this was like the, you can say, story of the season for VAR.
Yeah.
They have been such a shambles this season. They were not letting, they were not only letting they were not only giving Brighton penalties, their deserved penalties, they were also disallowing the goals they were scoring. They disallowed two goals and they disallowed two penalties, like four goals for Brighton. You could imagine the
Yeah.
result. What could have been the result at like Hotspur Stadium, home stadium? It would have been embarrassing. Like Tottenham were like upbeat after the match. Yeah, we got it, we got away with it, and all the
But
referees, PGMOL, the whole referees organization, they were apologizing to Brighton. They have apologized in official letter to Brighton Football Club that
what
we
what
got it wrong, and we are sorry, but we can't give you the 3 points. We are sorry.
yeah. What will they do of the apology later if they
Yeah,
do not get the 3 points?
that
But
was very.
but the football chemistry of Brighton is great, man. Look, seriously looking at your footballing chemistry is great. The seamless passes, the runs that the fullbacks make. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope like that Chelsea could also play these games, but somehow we cannot. We both got this prediction wrong. We both predicted that Brighton would win. I predicted that it would be a draw.
Yeah.
But somehow Tottenham Hotspur, oh
Now
my
the
God,
refs
it made
let me down. Refs are to be blamed for this. Brighton were winning this game, man. This is so bad. Like
yeah,
it's okay, but they deserve the result, man. It's
they
so
deserve.
shameful.
It was robbed. Brighton was robbed by 3 points. Let's move on to the next match. The next match was Leicester City versus Bournemouth.
Yeah,
Leicester City continuing their bad form.
yeah.
They haven't disappointed me. I predicted that they would lose and they lost their match. Though
Hmm.
they didn't lost by 2 goals, they lost by
Yeah,
1 goal. You predicted Leicester to win, bounce back, but somehow they didn't bounce back. The chemistry between the front line and the midfield, there was no chemistry. They solely depended on Madison. Madison is the sole creator. He is the sole provider. If he is not performing, Leicester is not performing. If the players like Harvey Barnes, they are not seen to be playing like they used to play. What's your take?
yeah. Like Harvey Barnes was like, there is not the sole striker. He was like a winger
Yeah,
and left-sided playmaker. He could score some goals here and there, but he was not never the like ultimate goal scorer who would score every game. And like Leicester needs to think. They really
yeah,
need to think. They have sacked their manager. They have not replaced them, and they were in talks with Jesse Marsh, and the talks broke
yeah,
down. So like their organizational structure behind the scenes, there is some problem. I don't know. They are not able to appoint the manager, and until they appoint it, it might be too late. That it would be
yeah.
so bad if they
It would be
relegate.
too late. If
And
they get relegated, they would lose a lot of players.
it would be on the board. It would be on the
Yeah,
board if they lose because their
yeah.
squad is not that bad. It would be on the board.
They have lost just playing style. The style they used to play
How
football.
can you retain the playing style when you don't,
Yeah,
when you keep
then
selling the best players and you don't like bring in the
replace
replacement?
them.
Yeah.
Replacement. They haven't
You
brought the replacement. They
They
have
sold
to
Harry
invest into
Maguire,
the
like they brought Soyuncu is a good player, is fine. But you sold your the keeper, like Peter Schmeichel, Kasper Schmeichel, like he was the keeper of the outside the top six. He was one of the best keepers, and they
best
sold him,
keepers.
and
Yes,
he has brought some other. I don't even know his name. Is not doing good, and
I will.
Leicester are struggling.
I remember the heroic by Peter Schmeichel in. Oh, sorry,
Kasper,
Michael Casper Michael in the World Cup of 2018
2018
when
World Cup. Yeah,
yeah when he saved two penalties of
yeah.
against high flying
Czech
high
Republic
flying
it was, I
Czech
think.
no not
No.
Czech Republic, it was uh,
It wasn't the 2018 World Cup. It was 2021 Euros. It was
no
2020 Euros.
2018 World Cup again. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah,
He saved 2 goals. He saved 2 penalties.
yeah.
It was amazing to watch.
Because Denmark
Denmark.
didn't go deep in the 2018 World Cup.
Yeah,
Denmark didn't go. There were
it's,
South American teams, Colombia, and there was England, and there was Brazil, there was Belgium in 2018 World Cup. Denmark didn't go deep in that World Cup. Denmark
I
did.
think it was the match was against Croatia. He saved two penalty against them.
Okay, okay,
It
nice.
was a quarter final in quarter final, if I remember correct.
Yeah. But that was a crucial match, nevertheless.
Yeah, crucial
That
match.
was a crucial
But
match.
although Denmark lost to them, but it was a very interesting match. Let's move on to the next match. It was Southampton versus Man City.
Hmm.
You hope that Man City would be stopped at 1-1, as they are thinking that Southampton would play from the back and try to oppose them, trying to stop them. But somehow it didn't work. I was flabbergasted. I predicted like at zeros that Manchester City would win by 7 goals, but they win by 3 goals by scoring 4, and Southampton returning with 1 goal. It was a
Yeah.
very fantastic match. It was day in day out. You can
Enjoyable
watch
match for the
Manchester.
citizens,
Uh,
as
yeah,
usual.
citizens. They wherever Pep goes to whichever the league, he makes the team feel apart.
Yeah,
He is training Manchester City to become a robot.
yeah, yeah,
At the end of last season when Aguero left City,
yeah,
yeah, he was crying. Like he was saying that nobody could replace Aguero, but they have Haaland now. They
yeah.
placed him, playing better than him,
But
scoring day in day out
at
goal.
one point of a match, it was 1-1. And when they scored the second goal, like Southampton lost the hope. They were thinking like, now we can't. Like, and the
Now we
floodgates
can.
opened, and Grealish again with this bright reign of form, he smacked them apart. And
He is proving his tag that the 100 million
yeah,
pounds that was put on to him, he is proving that 100 he is worth 100 million.
yeah,
But somehow you can say that for every player in a city, if you bring any player, even if you bring a low trying player to Man City, he will also score a goal. The style of play is such. You can see the example of Sterling. Sterling used to
yeah.
score goal, a lot of goal in Man City. He is struggling to score goals for Chelsea. Let's move on to the next match. This match was very disappointing. It was a very interesting match to say, but it was very disappointing
Disappointing
by
because
the
you
score.
like Leeds.
Uh,
I
yeah,
like
I
Crystal
like Leeds. Yeah, because it has a history,
Yeah,
and the coach which brought them to the Premier League, Marcelo Bielsa, his playing style was fabulous, man. Playing like a basketball team, going one side to the other, playing with the fullbacks was seamless football. The first match, I remember the first match when they were promoted to the EPL
oh,
Premier League, Leeds versus Liverpool. It was a fabulous match to watch. They made Liverpool run for every ball, but somehow they were never intended to make Crystal Palace run for every ball. Crystal Palace, after getting one down at the first half, in the first half, they came back in the end of the first half, um, and in the second half, their leads were nowhere to be found.
yeah. Crystal Palace
Yeah,
ran riot during the second half,
yeah, second half.
and their players, Eze, like he had 9 take-ons. Can you imagine
Yeah.
9 take-ons for and you don't expect from that kind of player, like 9 take-ons you could expect from Salah or
Mhm.
or Rashford kind of player, but Eze
He,
was like the underrated player. And Oliesi, he gave a hat trick of assists. Nobody's talking about that. Like, I am so baffled.
Oliese, yes.
Oliese, he has one of the most successful dribble rates in the Premier League. We also saw that stat, he created
Yeah.
6 key chances. Can you imagine? This player is so underrated, and he's going to be a hot prospect during that summer transfer window.
Horse prospects to the next. Yeah, he will be robbed by any one of the top six play teams.
Yeah, yeah, easily.
Let's move on to the next match. That was the last match of the weekend and one of the most interesting match to be waited by all the football lovers, that was Liverpool versus Arsenal. It was Arsenal's. I would say it was Arsenal's defeat. They somehow stopped Liverpool at 2-2, but Liverpool ran havoc in the second half.
Yeah.
The
Eh,
first half, for the first 30 minutes, it seemed like Arsenal was winning the game, but after the 30-minute mark, Liverpool were back. After scoring the first goal that Salah converted, they were on to the throat of Arsenal.
yeah.
You can see the stat. Okay, you can see the stat. For the first 30 minutes, Arsenal scored two goals, two crucial goals for this match. And after that, there were 21 shots compared to 9 against Liverpool and Arsenal, respectively. It's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah, the Arsenal like started the match on a high. Like there was,
Yeah,
I can imagine Arteta giving them a speech like, "This is Anfield. You have to beat it out. Like you have to go out and give your life of it. If you don't win at Anfield, it's like a tough match." And they came out, but like Liverpool came back at Anfield as every time they do. And Anfield has something in itself. Like
something into it. Yeah.
yeah, you have
And
to grind it. You have to be like absolute perfect, like Man City, to get a result there. Even Man City couldn't get result this year also.
hmm,
So like it's so difficult. They have still like Liverpool are in like seventh or eighth place with 44 points, and they are in like the worst place in the last 7 years. But still, they have lost only 2 games at Anfield this season. One was against Leeds. That was a injury time winner by Nonto, by Leeds. You
yeah,
remember?
yeah,
And the second was again Real Madrid. They could
hmm,
only do that. You can't expect. And Leeds one was injury time, so they don't lose at Anfield, man. Even in the worst seasons, it's so amazing,
yeah.
like so
But
surprising. They
and
have,
they have the third. They have the 12th player, na? The
yeah,
12th player is the crowd. The crowd is such a noisy crowd. I
it
was
is.
listening to the commentary. I was listening to the commentary, and there were several foul-mouthed words spoken by the supporters, and it's interesting to watch.
Yeah, yeah.
They beat the
Liverpool
players by words.
Liverpool fans, like Scousers are like crazy. Like they tore apart their shirt and they're like going crazy. You could see the parade before the match. They're like they live for Liverpool. Like you could see that.
Yeah,
History of Liverpool. Like people when in late 70s, 80s, they used to the people who used to die in the family. They used to like keep their ashes in the ground and to stamp it down. So much connected they were so to the crowd. Like, I haven't seen such a history of any other club. Even I follow Man United, but Liverpool, like I can't understand what is there in Anfield.
but we have to talk about one thing. The penalty miss.
Oh,
It's been two matches, and Salah has missed two penalties in consecutive matches. He hasn't he scored somehow, but he has missed two penalties.
yeah.
It could have been easily Liverpool's win if he would have scored that penalty.
Hmm.
But if you would have watched the clip where the Liverpool coach Klopp celebrated after at the Salah after
He was not
turning
looking at the penalty. He was looking that way, and when the crowd silent, he looked like, what happened, man? He didn't score.
what happened?
Oh.
Why didn't score?
He was getting ready to celebrate. Eh? That was an ironic moment. That was a moment.
That was very ironic.
Klopp has so many moments like on the he's such a like
He was
animated
like,
character.
He was like, what the fuck? What are you
He's,
doing?
he's one of the remaining like managers who has some character like some animated
Yeah,
features.
yeah.
Mourinho had used to have so much.
Mourinho.
uh,
Mourinho was the special one.
Box office.
No, nobody could beat him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was very interesting. Let's hope we have a next. So let's move on to the next side where we calculate our table. Sorry, I got 1 point of view strong. Your total score is 5. There is a
That
mistake.
is so like that is so embarrassing to watch 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So many. I never had that kind of report card in school. 0 0 0 0 0. I'm getting confused like binary or some 1 and 0.
You could say this is a computerized thing.
Yeah.
I scored a lot of
saving my
score.
grace.
So at the end, I scored 16 points, correct, and getting 4 accurate scores and
Yeah.
2 wins. There is a technical issue, technical a typo. I scored your Aston Villa versus Forest as a 0. It is a 2 mark. It's a 2 point.
Yeah.
You have a total score of 5. It was
Okay.
really interesting. I won this prediction by 11 points.
Yeah.
Let's hope next week you get a lot of points.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's it from
It
our side.
reminds me of one of our player, Anthony. He scored 3 goals in starting the match, and he hasn't scored in the Premier League since.
We can have fun. Yeah. So thank you all for watching the Sidbit Show. Let's stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.
Goodbye.